Shri Krishna, Shri Krishna, Shri Krishna, Shri Krishna. Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, Gurur Devo Maheshwaraha, Guru Sakshat Param Brahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. We have completed 4 questions which were asked by the students to the teacher. The first 3 questions were pertaining to the relative world. We all live at 3 levels. One is we live at the body level as Mr. Waker, Jagrat Purush. We live at mind level as the Sapna Purush or the dreamer or the Jiva, the soul. And third, we don't live, but we are essentially the substratum for both the waker and the dreamer. These are the 3 layers of our existence. See? So we all have to live at the 3 levels, whosoever he may be. So when we are living as the body, what should be our lifestyle? How should we live? That is the question which was taken and it was dealt with in the first 3 questions. Then from the 4th question, the attention changed. More than why this happens, why this doesn't happen. Instead of that, now the question is, to whom whatever is happening. So from what I am to who I am is a change of the track in the 5th chapter, and the 4th question. And there we were told by the end of the 4th chapter question, Vijnanatma saha devaishya sarvaihi prana bhutani sampratishthanti yatra tad aksharam vedayate yastu somya sa sarvajnyaha sarvameva visheti. See? A person who has clearly understood, known what he has known, not only theoretically as we are knowing. Vijnanatma, what is the meaning of a soul or the jiva who goes through good and bad experiences of life? We only talk about the soul, jiva, but we do not inquire what exactly you define a jiva. So we have taken that topic in the last lecture. So he who has known clearly, distinctly what is the jiva, Vijnanatma, saha devaishya sarvaihi. So deva are all the faculties that we function through. See? And then prana bhutani sampradishtanti yatra. And where prana, the life is sustained, and the bhutani, the various elements because of which the world is seen or experienced, where all these things, so which are the things? The jiva, the sense organs, organs of action, then the prana, the life principle, and the 5 great elements. All of them are supported by something, a common denominator, and that is tad aksharam vedayate yastu vidwan. See? So that akshara tattva, that substratum, he who thus comes to recognize clearly and distinctly, sa sarvajnyaha, he has known all that is worthy of knowing. Sa sarvajnyaha. Sa sarvameva visheti. And then he is merged in the totality. This was the conclusion of the last chapter. Now here, the next topic is taken. Okay, I also want to realize. See? What you want to realize? I don't want bondage. But who told you you are in bondage? But everybody tells you are in bondage. See? Therefore, we have to do sadhana. All these people who do sadhana, they suffer the most. Those who are happily living, they enjoy life. And these people, na ghar ke, na ghat ke, neither they enjoy this world, nor they realize the truth. And in the old age, regrets. See, it's so important. So, what is the sadhana that we are told normally? Seeing the patient, the medicines are given. See? There was a couple, both of them went to the doctor. And a lady was talking to the doctor. Doctor Sahab, my husband keeps on talking at night in sleep. Give him some medicine. I can't sleep because of him. Constantly he keeps on talking. So he took out from his drawer the medicine and gave it to her. Amma, you take this. He said, Doctor, you are having some wrong understanding. Patient is my husband. Why you are giving me the medicine? No, you take it. What will happen? Whole day you will keep shut. Then he can talk. So when he can talk during day, he doesn't have to talk at night. You keep your mouth shut. See? So as is the patient, so is the medicine. Therefore, here the sadhana we are told that you should chant the Lord's name. Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya. You should do the japa 100,000 times. Okay? Om Bhurvu Sata Siddharvarna Bhargo Devadipin, Om Bhurvu Sata Siddharvarna Bhargo Devadipin, Om Bhurvu Sata. Mechanically going on. Remember one principle of spiritual life. Anything that we do mechanically does not have any impact as spiritual life. Anything. Now, if you involve your mind, when we do the things mechanically, mind is not required. See the drivers when they are driving the car, they'll be talking, they'll be seeing the traffic also, and they will be having the phone also. Everything is going on. But they are driving properly because mechanically. See? Therefore, we'll do one experiment before we enter this. This is a very important topic. Chant in your mind any name that you chant. Don't take a long one. Take a short one. Ram, Krishna, whatever. And chant about 5 times slowly. Do this. Stop. Now, second experiment. Again you chant. But this time, while chanting, you hear yourself. See the difference? It can't be taught. You have to yourself experience. Because Kriya, action, becomes a default setting. But when you think, thinking always happens in the utter present. You cannot think yesterday. You cannot think tomorrow. So if you are chanting the Lord's name and also listening, then your Jnana Shakti chanting, or rather listening and chanting Kriya Shakti. These two merge together. That is the purpose of chanting the Lord's name. So this is what is the topic brought out in the 5th chapter. Here it is said, Athahinam Shaibhyaha Satyakamaha Papracha Sayo Havai tad bhagavan manusheshu pranayantam omkaram abhidhyayita katamam vavasatena lokam jayati iti. Hey Bhagavan, kindly tell that a person who is doing the chintan, see this is most important. Pranayantam omkaram abhidhyayita. Abhidhyayita is not mechanical chanting. See? Abhidhyayita. So when he does chintan on that Om, then katamam vavasatena lokam jayanti. Then where does he ultimately attain? Where does he go? See? Therefore, here this word abhi, um, abhidhyayita, this abhidhyayita has to be very clearly understood. It is said, Omkaram abhidhyayeta abhimukhyattvena chintayeta बाह्य विषयेभ्यः उपसंहृत अंतःकरण समाहित चित्तः भक्त्या आवेशितः ब्रह्म भावे. What does it mean? We are not only mechanically chanting Om 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 Om. No, avidhyayita chintan. So as you all are well versed with the Upanishad, the Om has the three aspects, three matra: akar, ukar, makar. So, if you have to understand Om, how do we start? We start from a point. Take the pen and put it on the paper, and then that point. And then we start drawing the shape. So, that pen is scratching the paper. So, when the pen is scratching the paper, there is a sound, very subtle sound. And when the complete drawing is done, it is the shape. So three things. It begins with the bindu. When the scratching is done, it is the nad. And when the writing is complete, it is kala. Kala means shape. Bindu nada kalatita tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. See? So bindu, nada and kala. Kala is the gross world. Nada is the subtle experience. Bindu is the beginning. See? Avidhyayita. He who thus contemplates on Om. Not a mechanical chanting. Therefore, how to do that? It is Atma Pratyaya Santana Avichedaha. Bhinna Jatiya Pratyantara Khilikritaha. Nirvatastha Deepashikha Samaha Abhidhyana Ityarthaha. See? He is now totally withdrawn from the world and starts. Where do I begin my day? From the deep sleep, Bindu. Then Nada, time, space, and objects are created. And then Kala, we are awake and we have become somebody. See, every day this is happening. This is the meaning. He who is doing Abhidhyana on Omkar. And how long? Up to the death, Maranantara, till the last moment of life. Now, if he is doing like this thing, where does he reach? What is the attainment of this spiritual practice? Tasmai sahovacha etadvai satyakamaha param cha brahma yad onkaraha. Now, here the teacher says, look here, Mr. Satyakam, actually, Om is etad alambanam param sreshtam, etad alambanam param. Om indicates both Apara Brahma and Para Brahma. Apara Brahma is manifest. Para Brahma is the substratum of the manifest world. Para and Apara. In our Mandukya Upanishad, right in the beginning, we had taken this topic. it is the student asked there that Kasmindo Bhagavo Vidyate Sarvamidam Vidyatam Bhavati iti. And the teacher told, Dve Vidye Veditavye Para Chaiva Paracha Tatra Apara Rigveda Samaveda Yajurveda Atharvaveda Shiksha Kalpa Vyakaranam Jyotisham. These are the 6 Angas and the 4 Vedas. They fall in the Apara Brahma or Apara Vidya, relating to the relative or the gross world. See? And Paravidya yaya tad aksharam adhigamyate. Paravidya is that by which we are introduced to our divine nature. And thereafter, for that, the Om is taken as the Alambana. See? Therefore, in Kaivalya Upanishad also, the same Omkara is glorified. Atmanam aranim krutva pranamam. Pranam is Om. Pranamam uttararanim jnana nirmatanabhyasat pasham dahati panditaha. So when we contemplate on Om, all our wrong notions are gone. And therefore, the real spiritual practice is not a mechanical lifestyle. But you will see, yesterday we had some function here. Everybody was enjoying, I also enjoyed. But that is bhoga. It is not yoga. See, Bhagavan Shankaracharya clearly writes, see, Veena Vadana Saundaryam Bhuktaye Natu Muktaye. Whenever we enjoy something, we are in the relative world. In contemplation, you don't enjoy, you disappear. See, friends. And therefore, when I am enjoying, so if I am chanting some bhajan kirtan, then I am expecting some kind of response from the audience. You see these poets, Hasya Kavi or whatever they have, they 100 times tell, tali bajao, tali bajao. Are, there is no joke in that. How can bajao tali? See, so their performance is not a yoga, it is a bhoga. So more the people inspire him and more he does. There was a singer like me. He sang one song and all the people who were there, they said, once more. So he was more inspired. Again he did. Again, once more. It continued for 7 times. 8th time when again once more came, he said, come on, you liked it so much, you asked me to chant or play again and again? No, till you correctly chant, keep on chanting. You are chanting wrong. See, friends. Therefore, don't get lost in that bhajan kirtan. It is good for time pass, for enjoyment. But this is what is the meaning. Therefore, this para yaya tad aksharam adhigamyate. We have to ultimately come back to our essential nature. So param cha brahma yad onkaraha tasmad vidvana etena eva ayatanena ekatram anveti. Now you take the same thing. Again, the same example, music. Mirabai also chanted Mere to Giridhara Gopala, Dusaro no koi. And Jhalotas also chant Mere to Giridhara Gopala. Mirabai merged with Bhagavan. See? So Mirabai was a devotion. Here his is a performance. Friends, spiritual life is not a performance. It is an experience. And therefore, here the teacher says that what are you seeking out of your devotion? What are you seeking? Whether you want to get some siddhis, whether you want to get more money, whether you want to establish great ashrams, what are you doing it for? I was in recently IMA. You know IMA? Indore Management Association. So I went by morning flight. About 11 o'clock I reached, had my tea, coffee, and then 11 or 12, 1 hour lecture. And then after that dinner, lunch, and I came back. So they asked me this question. Swamiji, what is the topic? I said, anything you say is okay. Now tell us how to bring business and spirituality together. I said, my lecture is over. Why? Make spirituality as a business. Over. I will come for the lectures. But for getting the date, you have to pay 5 lakhs. For getting the date. But you must do so much of publicity, and that must be the number of audience. You have to bring them. See? And after the talk is over, the remaining. And I will stay only in 5-star hotel. See? And there will be 40 people with me. See? Making spirituality business. You become prosperous. See, friends. Therefore, here, now the teacher tells, what is the meaning of spiritual practice and how do we do? There are 3 stages he tells. Yaha yad eka matram abhidhyayita sa tenaiva samvedita turnameva jagatyam abhisampadhyate tam rucho manushya lokom upanayante sa tatra tapasa brahmacharena shraddhaya sampanno mahimanam anubhavati. Now out of these 3 matras, a, u and ma, now the student or the seeker who is holding on only to one matra, a matra, as I told you, a pertains to the waking, the u pertains to the mind or the dream, and ma pertains to the origin, the deep sleep, where divisions are not valid. See, our waking experiences are different. Our dream experiences are different. But for all of us, there is one common deep sleep. In deep sleep, there is no sense of otherness. In deep sleep, there is no sense of incompleteness. And it is common for everyone. Therefore, deep sleep, they are not many, it is one. And from that deep sleep only, the individuality comes out and gets identified with the body, and again the same cinema begins. Therefore, the one matra, refers to how we are living at the body level. See? So, तद् यदा ओंकारस्य सकल मात्रा विभागो न भवति तथापि ओंकार अभिध्यान प्रभावात् विशिष्टाम एव गतिम गच्छति. Now, what is the special thing stated that here? Etat ekadesha jnana vaigunya tayo onkara sharanaha karma jnana ubhaya bhrashtaha. Now, na durgatim gacchati. Now, the one who is practicing only a of the onkara, then what is his lifestyle? He is working hard. He is not waiting for reservation quota. Working hard, studying, not begging anything in this world. See, such a person who is putting sincere efforts, work hard, nothing wrong in that. You may succeed, you may fail, doesn't matter. If not today, tomorrow. See, friends, every failure in our life is the first chapter of Bhagavad Gita. See, friends, today one boy came and he wanted to get some admission somewhere and he could not because he fell short of 1 mark and all that. And then depression. I said, you are a beakoof. See, to such people you should not talk with compassion. No, beta, koi baat nahi. Give one and remove his stupidity. That's what I did. Bhagavan Krishna did the same thing. When Arjuna was crying, Bhagavan Krishna did not sit with him. Okay, beta, no. No. Klaibhyam asma gama partha. Na etatva upapadyate. Don't be an important. See how important it is. Be strong within. And then I told him, I said, look here. This event in our life, which is unexpected, is the time when we can change our track from the dog word to the God word. Bring out the best in you. Like our ex-president, Abdul Kalam, after his graduation, he could not get any job in his time. So he became frustrated and he went to Rishikesh and met Swami Shivananda Maharaj that time. And he was, because both of them Tamilian. So he went and talked, I'm feeling so depressed, dejected. He gave him also, don't be stupid. You are not meant for getting a useless government job. You are meant for something higher. Wait, it is coming to you. And see where he reached. Had he become a some kind of engineer somewhere, whole life, what is the increment and what is that? Break that barrier of negative thinking. Therefore, here the teacher says that a person who karma jnana ubhaya bhrashtaha na durgatim gacchati. He is not bhrashta. He may be not successful, but he is not bhrashta. Bhagavan says in Bhagavad Gita, शुचि नाम श्रीमताम गेहे योग भ्रष्टो बीजायते अथवा योगिनामेव कुले भवति धीमताम. Whatever we are doing, it doesn't go waste. It is accumulated in our balance. And therefore, never have that notion that I failed in life. No. And therefore, ओंकारम एकम एव मात्र विभाजन्य स केवल अभिध्यान इति एकमात्रम सदा ध्यायेत स तेन एव एकमात्रा विशिष्ट ओंकार ध्यानेन संवेदितः संबोधितः क्षिप्रमेव जगत्यां पृथिव्यां अभिसंपद्यते. As a result, he will be successful in his field, whatever work he is working. And even if he is unsuccessful, he will not be ending his life there. Again, in the next life, when he comes, then wherever he has left, from there he will take over. We see in this world, there are some children who are born in a very good, cultured, rich families. Do you think it is an accident? See? And some children are born in the most miserable, pathetic, and unhealthy families. Do you think it is God's mistake or what? No. Whatever you sow, that only comes out. See, one lady from Andheri, she asked me once, Swamiji, why other people's children, they come in merit list and my son is always failing, what should I do? I said, don't regret, it's okay. But why this is happening? I said, Amma, if you sow the chili seeds, don't expect the tomato to come out of it. You always talk like this, I don't understand. I said, thank God you have not understood. Or else you will make my chutney. See, apni awqat pehchano. Therefore, work on yourself. Work sincerely, work hard, and slowly, slowly, when we become qualified, we can enter the next stage. And therefore, such people, they are not lost. But again, they are Manusha Lokam. Now, Anekani hi janmane jagatyam sambhavati. It is said, he comes back to this world. But what? As Manusha Lokam. Tatra tam sadhakam jagatyam Manusha Lokam evam archa upanayantaha upanigamayanti. So, the Rigvedas, Ruchas, to such a soul who has not been complete but sincere, he is again born as a human being. See, you know the story of Jad Bharat. In that it was told that the king left everything, went to the jungle. And after having gone there, he got too much involved with the deer. And the next life, he became the deer. And from the deer, then he became the Jad Bharat. Meaning what? How we have lived our life and what we have collected as impressions on our mind, that determines our next life. And therefore, if we are all human beings, if we are all well placed in our life, if we don't have the problem of hand to mouth existence, it is not by accident it has happened. It is what our earlier life must have been something great, and therefore we are here today. See, friends, therefore, we have to lead our life with this great quality of hard work and knowledge. This is what happens to a person who does the upasana of Omkara with only that means with only the waking world as the primary criteria. This is what happens to him. Now the second, अथ यदि द्विमात्रेण मनसि संपद्यते सह अंतरिक्षम यजुभिरुन्नीयते सोमलोकम स सोमलोके विभूतिम अनुभूय पुनरावर्तते. Now the second one is द्विमात्र विशिष्ट. द्विमात्र विशिष्ट is akara plus ukara, a, u, and then ma. So dvimatra. So dvimatrena manasi, when he is contemplating on only the dvimatra, the a and u together, then by yaju mantras, antariksham somam lokam jayati. Now he start leading a very cultured and subtle life. Now what is a subtle life? See, for you may be good, I am zero in that. When they say sa re ga ma, we don't understand what is this sa re ga ma. No. Sur laga nahi. लगाऊं फिर एक. ये सूर लगना क्या है? ठोकर लगना मालूम है? सूर लगना क्या है? See, friends. So that is the subtle point. Therefore, some manasi sampadhyate. Now they are leading their life at the level of the mind. And therefore, such people are extremely emotional, constantly seeking attention. Very much, if somebody tells them something good, they start gloating. And then you tell, no, I was just making a joke. Again, they collapse. Don't depend on anybody's comments on your knowledge. Very important. Otherwise, we get carried away by that. So, such people follow the path of doing meditation. See, I was in that UK Parliament talk. So, there was one lady sitting next to me. And what was her presentation? The mudras. So, I said, Mama, mudra. Swami, you don't know mudra? I said, I know one mudra. I said, what is this mudra? Snuff. It opens your brain clearly. No. Mudra is a science. And then she told, put your finger right here for 5 minutes. I said, I will not talk. No. It's not for not talking. When you put your finger here for 5 minutes, your blood pressure problems will be solved. Which blood pressure? Any blood pressure. Where are we lost? All imaginations and becoming very, what do you call that, Tai Chi type, You have seen the Tai Chi people? They will be doing like this. Don't disturb. I am going to kill him. Mosquito will not be hit by that. All living only in the mental plane. See, all the time. They are following that. So, antariksham yajubhir jayate. They are living in the sky. See, jane ka. All the poets, they belong to that. See, therefore, I am afraid of poets. There was one student. He was an elderly grown-up man. And he came, and I was talking that time on Kathopanishad. After the lecture was over, he will come. Swamiji, elderly person, I can't say anything to him. Yes, Swami. Swamiji, today's lecture I liked very much. I said, very good. And I am busy with my work. Wait, what? I have composed your whole lecture in 4 lines. And then he will read that poetry. I said, oh, very good. It was my mistake. I said, very good. Second lecture, again he came. Second poetry. Third lecture, I said, yaar, chup, ab mat aana. Don't come now. See? Similarly, I am afraid of these people who are questioning, constant questions. In LA, it happened. There was one person, very now, good. Now he is with ISKCON. He used to come for my talks. One question, second question, third question. So when I used to see him coming towards my car, I used to run. I said, no, 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 I don't want you. See, friends, living only at the mental level. Relax, relax, relax. Living at mental level should be intelligently practiced. What is the intelligent practice? Body does not live. It is the mind which is living through the body. And therefore, real spiritual practice is mind your mind. Don't get carried away. Relax, relax. Therefore, our happy mantra. See? Dekho, suno, mat bolo. Now, when we come by car or anywhere we go, so many things are there. But we have to comment. See, this is the politics is going to dogs. Who asked you? One question is who asked you? But we have to. Therefore, work on your mind. If you are working on your mind, then sa somoloke vibhuti anubhuya punaravartate. Such people, they are not liberated. They again come back to this mortal world. Therefore, you must have seen there are some great children, right from the childhood, they know the classical music so well. They were belonging to that category. This was the second the matra of the Onkara they have done. Now the third. Yaha punaha etam त्रिमात्रेण ओम इति एवं अक्षरेण परम पुरुषम अभिध्यायित स तेजसी सूर्ये संपन्नः यथा पादोदर त्वचा विनिर्मुक्तः अतएव स पाप्मना विनिर्मुक्तः स सामभिरुन्नीयते ब्रह्मलोकम स एतस्मात् जीवघनात् परात् परम पुरुषम ईक्षते तदेश श्लोको भवतः. Now see, the third one is the one who is practicing contemplation on Om. The third matra is Ma. Now be attentive. Loudly you can say in your, doesn't matter, but don't make too much of loud, it will blow away. Say only short. O. Again. Again. Now you know where from the sound is coming? From the throat. Kantya. And you don't require any special efforts. Then now you say oo. Again say oo. Again. Now can you say oo without making a chambu of your mouth? Keep the and say oo. You can't. Now say ma. 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 Now try to say ma without touching the lips. So this is Om. Complete language is included. This is called Sphota. Swamiji Maharaj aage. Maharaj ji beti. So, Sphota is, which includes the complete human language. Starts from the Kantha, that gets modified. Therefore, Bhagavan says, Aksharanam Akarosmi. The itself gets modified through U and concludes in Ma. Therefore, from the Kantha, throat, up to the Ma is the total human language. Doesn't matter what language you talk. So this is what is mentioned here. He who is yaha trimatren onkar eva param purusham dhyayita. Now his attention is neither on the world. How the attention is on the world? When we talk about the world. See? So we are gone away. Or else we are imaginary. Jaane kahan gaye wo din. And go on imagining. See? And third is where from the sound comes. Now another experiment. When you are chanting Om, chant yourself loudly, doesn't matter. Chant Om and that time hear your own sound. Don't hear anybody else's. Say, don't make it too long. Just Om, Om. Hear only your sound. Stop. Now find out where from the sound begins when you chant. Start. Stop. When you are hearing your own Om, you are sitting in your ears. But when your attention is on, where from the Om begins, where is your attention? Find out again. Do it. See? Stop. Now, third, focus your attention on your sternum, the spiritual heart. From here, the Om begins. And here, the Om ends. Om. Om. Put your finger in the center and feel the beginning of the Om, and again it goes back to the same point. Stop. So here you have graduated from the Kala and the Nad, and you have come to Bindu. Kala is the waking world. Now when you are having your attention on this, did you think whether you are a man or a woman? Did you ever think you are in Prempuri or Dveshpuri? Did you think whether this is 1928 or 2023? Deshakala Vastu, all disappears. See? Therefore, when we are sitting in a giant wheel, have you seen a giant wheel? The most useless giant wheel I have seen is in Singapore. When you sit there, you don't know that it is moving. It's so slow going, and you wait, abhi shuru hoga. Over. It has not moved at all. Very slow. But if you go to our, once I went to Nityananda Baba's place, Ganeshpuri. There was a village kind of yatra going on, and I, along with few kids, I said, hey, come on, let's go in there. So we were sitting. Oldies didn't come. So we sat there. And when that wheel was moving very fast, so when the wheel goes through, oh, you get the feeling of it. In the same manner, we are at the periphery of our personality. My property, my relations, my achievements, my failures, periphery. And when you are on the periphery, you will suffer. What is to be done? Come back to the center. And that is exactly what we do, but we don't know. We do that. What is sleep? Sleep is withdrawing from the periphery, coming to the center. And what is the center? The center has no radius. The center with a radius of 1 inch, me and my wife. Then center I, me and my wife, 1 radius. Then my child, 2nd radius. Then me, then my wife, 1 radius. First child, 2nd radius. 3rd child, 4th child, 16th child. A huge circle. See, friends, and be attentive. And if the radius is infinite, it is a circle without circumference. Everything is included. Nothing is rejected. Presently, me and my wife, small circle. See? When we are lost in small, we are samsari. When we are dissolved in the totality, we are divine. See, my friends, therefore, Puna etam trimatrena omiti avidhyayita. We are all miserable, never because of something great. We are all miserable because of silly things. See? In the morning, I didn't get a cup of tea today. Nobody wants me in this house. Marna hi acha hai. Others are waiting. Come. Maro na. See, friends, don't have self-pity. Arjuna's words, Karpanya doshopahata svabhavaha pruchhami tvam dharma sammuda cheta. Karpanya dosha means self-pity. Therefore, apata svabhavaha. We have forgotten our divine nature and therefore we are leading a disgusting life. No. After studying Upanishad, you have lost your right to be miserable. You can make others miserable. You don't become miserable. But is it not? This is very wrong. Try. If you are happy, you can never make anybody miserable. And if you are miserable, you don't like anybody happy. आपको क्या होता है? शादी करके दिखाओ, be happy, be happy. As if marriage is a certificate to become miserable or what? Tathastu. So, पुनः अभिध्यायी पुरुषम अभिध्यायित स तेजसी सूर्य संपन्नः. See, then he is approaching his divine nature. If next to your house there is a disco studio, do you have to do anything to listen to that? Automatically it comes. In my flat where I stay, on the top floor, right above me, there is one family. Right from morning, 24 hours, they make some kind of peculiar noise. Krrr, krrr. So, and their name is Takkar. I said, no, you change your name. Why? Takkar. What they do, I was thinking. Morning, 5 o'clock, krrr, what they must be doing? That is my contemplation. See, friends. So when you are to your essential nature, you are a neighbor of the divine. So we are living at the body level. So what is the neighbor of the body? This whole useless world. When you are living at a mind level, what is your neighbor? Kama, Krodha, Lobha, Moha, Mada, Matsarya. These are our inherited friends from last life. And when you are near your bindu, origin of your being, And that is what we told you when you chant slowly. Om. That is why when Om is chanted, Makar should be lengthened, not the O. But you will see most of the places when they are chanting together, all let us chant Om. Oh, doggy or what? Then don't make that O long. Otherwise, every morning at night, you have Omkar jab chal raha hai. When you make the Ma long, all the vibrations of the sound wave, they permeate through all the cells of your body. See? And when you say, oh, you are creating noise in the society. See? Therefore, Sa Tejasi Surya Sampannaha. Now he is slowly and steadily invoking the divinity brightness in his life. Yatha, example is given. Yatha Padodara Tvacha Vidirvuchate Evam Ha Vaisa Papana Vinirmuktaha. Like the snake discards his skin. Next time you go to YouTube, you can see how the snake discards the skin. We also discard the skin, but we are every day taking bath, I hope, and washing and all that. Therefore, that dead skin is removed. But in case of the snake, he doesn't. So there is a complete sheath of the old skin which is dead, and then he is wanting to get rid of it. So the snake goes in the sharp areas where there are stones or some kind of thorns, wherein somewhere it gets stuck and slowly he comes out, he leaves it back. Exactly the same way, yatha padodara tvachar vinirmuktaha evam papmana vinirmuktaha. Be attentive. As a result, you are free from the papi. Who is the papi? Jiva is the papi. Body is not papi. Paramatma is not papi. The jiva is papi. You are liberated from the notion of being a soul. See? Papana vidirmukta. Yatha padodar tvacha vidirmukta. Sa papana vidirmukta. Samam abhirunniyate brahmalokam. And when to the extent our ego, our I is reduced, to that extent the divinity starts expressing through us. See? Not difficult, friends. It can be practiced 24/7. Whenever you get hurt, understand the hood of the ego has come out. Whenever you seek attention, recognize the hood of the ego has come out. Whenever you feel lonely, understand the ego is becoming poisonous. See, friends. And when you are at peace with yourself, you are nearer to your divine self. Are we not at peace with ourselves in deep sleep? The reason is we are nearer to ourselves. And what are the symptoms of proximity to the divine? We are happy. And because we are happy, we snore. Try to snore when you are awake. You cannot because you are miserable. पता नहीं लेक्चर कब खत्म होता है. Therefore, my friends, come to recognize this divinity that you are. That is the purpose. So papana vinirmuktaha samavihi unniyate brahmalokam. And sa etasma jiva ghanat parak param purushayam purusham ikshate tadeto shloko bhavataha. Now be attentive. First, living at the body level, somebody or the other, mother, father, brother, husband, all useless fellows. Then, second is living at the jiva level, individually suffering, jealous about others, struggling to achieve something. Then the third level, we are in deep sleep. What is deep sleep? Deep sleep is we merge in the Hiranyagarbha, where all the jivas are living together, unmanifest condition. See? Take other example. Waves fighting, shouting with each other, waking. Then slowly they are going back, meditation. They go back to the ocean, Hiranyagarbha. And ocean is nothing but water, Paramatma. See, here that's what he said. Papmana vinirmuktaha brahmalokam sa etasma jiva ghanat. So jiva ghana is like the wave ghana is the ocean. All the waves, they don't come from outside on the ocean. They are all unmanifest in the ocean. So they only become manifest, they again become unmanifest. And therefore, there is no creation. Avyakta-dini bhutani vyakta madhyani bharata avyakta nidhananyeva tatra ka paridevana. Nothing is created, nothing is destroyed. To that Hiranyagarbha Sutratma, this sadhaka, he enters Jiva Ghanat. And be attentive. Now, because, very important point, be very attentive. Because he has known his essential nature, therefore, although he wakes up out of the deep sleep, he is no more a jiva. Nothing changes around. Everything remains the same. But for us, when a husband goes to sleep, a husband only wakes up. But a wise man, when he goes to sleep, a foolish person doesn't wake up. See, friends. Therefore, deep sleep, ahar ahar brahma gamayati. Every night we are one with the Brahman. But the problem is, we have not recognized our own essential nature. In Tripura Rasya, one very beautiful thought comes. Every one of us go through the Nirvikalpa Samadhi. But the problem is, we do not recognize this is Nirvikalpa Samadhi. This is Nirvikalpa Samadhi. You are in now. Every one of us go. Not once, dozens of times. Suppose you are sitting, somebody suddenly, sound comes, tongue. That fraction of a moment, that time, you are nobody. See? Therefore, when an ignorant person sleeps, he wakes up the same rubbish. But a wise person sleeps, he is his samadhi. Nidra samadhi sthiti. See? Atma tvam girijamati sahajara prana shariram gruham पूजाते विषयोपभोगरचना निद्रा समाधि स्थिति संचार पदयो प्रदक्षिण विधि स्तोत्राणि सर्वागिरो यद यद कर्म करोमि तत्तदखिलम शंभो तवाराधना. Only divinity is effortlessly expressing, and the only expression of the divinity is happiness. No miseries can ever touch such a master. So, सामभि उन्नीयते ब्रह्मलोकम स एतस्मात् जीवघनात् परात् परम पुरुषयम पुरुषम ईक्षते. And having come to this Hiranyagarbha, having come to the deep sleep, he is not sleeping. So, a, u, ma, and going beyond the ma. See? Jagra, Sapna, Sushupti. Akara, Amatra, Umatra, and Mamatra. And thereafter is Amatra. Amatra means no matra, no measurement. 4 of them. That is what they call Turiya Tattva, 4th one. See? But the Turiyatita is the one which is beyond the limitations of the relativity. Although expressing through that. In this manner, he attains oneness with the Absolute. About this, there are 2 shlokas. Tisro matra mrityu matya prayukta anyunya sakta anavi prayuktaham kriyasu bhaya bantara madhyamasu samyak prayuktasu nukampate jnaha. So all these 3 experiences, Jagra, Sapna, Sushupti, they are all related to each other. But they are not able to influence this wise Jnaha, the wise man, na kampate, he is not influenced. Good or bad experiences of the waking, good or bad dreams, good or bad sleep, it makes no difference. See? Because he has reason above all the 3 stages. Mattaha, he knows. Mattaha, smriti, jnanam, apohanancha. I am alone supporting the waking, dream, deep sleep and samadhi. So they come and go, who cares? Nothing to gain, nothing to lose. Na kuch pana, na kuch khona. Nothing to do, nowhere to go. Life becomes a natural flow. No struggle. Ajyadharaya shrota samam. It is like if you pour oil or ghee, the fall is continuous, unlike the water. And the rivers, when they flow, the rivers don't have to struggle to flow. They comfortably flow. If a big rock or stone comes, never mind. You go by the side. Who cares? See? So, samparayuktasu na kampatednyaha. And next shloka is Rugbhiretam Jajurbhir Antariksham Samabhir Yat Kavayo Vedayante Tam Omkarena Eva Ayatanena Anveti Vidvan Yat Shantam Ajaram Amrutam Abhayam Param Cheti. So these are the 3 stages through which every seeker has to go. First of all, rise above the waking world. To rise above the waking world, don't get lost in anybody. Just observe this. We are all miserable always as somebody. As nobody, you cannot be miserable. Then what is to be done? Play the role of somebody, but don't get entangled in anybody. See, friends. Similarly, Yajubhir Antariksham. If we have achieved success, it is God's grace. One child asked a very good question. He asked, Swamiji, when we fail and when we win, you told 2 different things. See? When we win, you told us that, oh, by God's grace, we succeed in life. And if we fail, you tell, because of our bad performance, we failed. Why this double standard? I said, because if we tell that by God's grace we failed, we become more lazy. Remember, invoke God's grace after putting efforts, not before. And if we succeed, then why God's grace? Then your ahankar, ego will not become pernicious. It will remain cool. If you are successful, divine grace. If you have failed, you are responsible. Then the life is lived. In this manner, सामभीर कवयो यत्र वेदयन्ते तम ओंकारम एव आयतनेन अन्वेति विद्वान यत् शांतम अजरम अमृतम अभयम चैति. Thus he attains that ultimate truth, which is Shantam. See, after every mantra, Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. These three Shanti, A-U-M, body level, mind level, and deep sleep level. With this, we completed the fifth mantra, and the last question is that of the Sukesha. अथ हैनम सुकेशा भारद्वाज पपृच्छ भगवन् हिरण्यनाभः कौसल्यो राजपुत्रो मामुपेत्य प्रश्नम् अपृच्छत. षोडशकलं भारद्वाज पुरुषं वेत्त तम् अहं कुमारम् अब्रुवम् नाहम् इदं वेद यदि अहम् इमम् अवेदिशं कथं न ते न वक्ष्यामि इति समूलो वा एष परिशिष्यति यः अनृतं अभिवदति तस्मात् नार्हामि अनृतं वक्तुं स तूष्णीम रथमारुह्य पवव्राज तम त्वा पृच्छामि क्वासौ पुरुष इति. This is the question, concluding question of this Upanishad, and this Upanishad will conclude tomorrow. So before we conclude, whether you want or you not, you are caught. So today is Guru Purnima, so I am playing the old stuff. Enjoy or suffer, who cares?
Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna. Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Devo Maheshwara, Guru Sakshat Param Brahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. In Valmiki Ramayana, Hanumanji, who is the greatest devotee of Bhagwan Ram, he says something which tells what should be the relationship between the Guru and the disciple. He says, Deha buddhyatu dasosmi, Jiva buddhyatvadam shakaha, Atma buddhyatvamevaham, iti me nishchita matihi. We are all living at different levels of our personality. Sometimes we are living as body. So when I say I am a man, so I am talking about the body. When I say I am young, I am talking about body. When I say I am awful or beautiful, I am talking about body. So we live at the body level. Three friends. These are the three kinds of egos. Bhagwan's great devotee Hanumanji says, Deha buddhyatu dasosmi. Oh Lord, if I am living as the body, I am thy servant. And you know who is a servant? Servant is the one who is insult for proof. Servant never gets insulted. So what the boss will do, when other people are there, he will try to show his greatness and then he will call the servant and scold him. Hey man, get water for everyone. You people are useless, don't understand anything. No. When this is said, nobody will feel that I am insulted. Because servant is not insulted. If in reply I tell to my boss, how much water you want? Are you a water tanker or what? If I reply like that, then it is insult to the boss, is it not? Deha buddhyatu dasosmi. A disciple, when living as the body, should have only one relation, that I am thy servant. And if we really live in that attitude of being a servant, we will never get insulted. Ego is directly proportionate to the intensity of the hurt or the bad feelings we have when we interact with somebody. Stronger the ego, easily we get hurt. Lesser the ego, less we get hurt. God has no ego. There, a disciple is the one who never gets insulted. कितनी गुरु पूर्णिमा आके चली गई, कितने महात्मा आके चले गए हमारे जीवन, लेकिन हम ज्यों के त्यों। इसका कारण यही है कि हम गुरु को बाहर रखते हैं, हृदय में नहीं रखते। यदि गुरु हमारे हृदय में हो तो हम में निश्चित परिवर्तन आता है। हमारे जो व्यक्तित्व के दो पहलू है, एक तो है स्वभाव, दूसरा है समय। इसमें स्वरूप वो होता है जो कभी बदल नहीं सकता, और स्वभाव वो है कि जो इसमें स्वरूप वो होता है जो कभी बदल नहीं सकता, और स्वभाव वो है कि जो हमने ही बनाया है, और इसको बदलना यही हमारी आध्यात्मिक साधना है। और इसके लिए अपने स्वभाव को बदल करके स्वरूप को पहचानना, यही गुरु पूर्णिमा का पर्व योग्य प्रकार से हमने संपादित किया है। अन्यथा वही बाहर की पूजा चल रही है, पोथी चल रही है, खाना चल रहा है, और उसके बाद वही रोना धोना। और हमारी साधना या गुरु से क्या अपेक्षा होती है कि गुरु हमारे कहने के अनुसार चले, और जो हमारे कहने के अनुसार चलता है वो अच्छा है, और जो हमारे कहने के अनुसार नहीं चलता है उसको हम बदल देते हैं और फिर गुरु शॉपिंग के लिए निकल जाते हैं। इसलिए संतो, गुरु को बाहर मत ढूंढे, केवल इतना इसका ध्यान रखना है कि हम नित्य निरंतर गुरु महाराज की निगरानी में है। हमारे द्वारा जो भी कर्म हो रहा है, कर्म होने के पहले ही गुरु महाराज जान लेते हैं। जो हम बोल रहे हैं, बोलने के पहले ही वो सुन लेते हैं, क्योंकि वो अंतर्यामी है। और कुछ हम सोचते हैं तो सोचने के पहले वो ही तत्व जान लेता है। इस प्रकार से गुरु तत्व को जब हम अपने हृदय में नित्य निरंतर उपलब्ध है, ये स्पष्ट रूप से स्वीकार करेंगे, तभी जाकर के गुरु पूर्णिमा का पर्व अच्छी तरह से हमने सेलिब्रेट किया है। नहीं तो बाहर का ही आडंबर बना रहता है और गुरु महाराज बाहर ही रहते हैं, और हमारे अंदर में काम क्रोध लोभ मोह जो हमारे जन्म जन्म के दोस्त है वही बैठे रहते हैं। तो इस गलत प्रकार के स्वभाव से अपने आप को बचा करके अपने स्वरूप को प्रकट होने देने का मौका देना, यही असली गुरु पूर्णिमा है। पूर्णिमा माने पूर्णत्व। तो हमारे माध्यम में जो अपूर्णता है, अपूर्णता माने पूर्णता की कमी, पूर्णता का अभाव नहीं है, पूर्णता की कमी है। तो कमी यही है कि हमारा जो स्वरूप है वो स्वभाव से वैसे ही ढक गया है जैसे सूरज बादल से ढक जाता है। असल में देखा जाए तो बादल सूरज को नहीं ढक सकते हैं, ये तो हमारी दृष्टि है जो बादलों से ढक गई है, और इसीलिए हम सोचते हैं कि सूरज ढक गया है। इसी प्रकार से तत्व तो नित्य उपलब्ध है, उसको हम नहीं पहचानते क्योंकि वो हमारे स्वभाव से ढक गया है। तो अपने स्वभाव में परिवर्तन लाना, यही गुरु पूर्णिमा है। और हम सब आज यह निर्णय ले ले कि स्वयं को बदलना है, दुनिया को नहीं बदलना। दुनिया हमने थोड़ी निर्माण करी है, ना तो हमारी जिम्मेदारी है। हमारी जिम्मेदारी अपने प्रति है, स्वयं को बदले, तभी जाकर के गुरु पूर्णिमा हमने ठीक से मनाई है। अन्यथा एक गुरु पूर्णिमा और आएगी, एक और आएगी और हम ज्यों के त्यों। ओम पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते। ओम शांति शांति शांति। हरि ओम। श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः। हरि ओम। सबको गुरु पूर्णिमा का पर्व अभिनंदन।